A very good morning, students, and welcome to the day 7th training program on the Foundational Digital Literacy course. Today, we wanted to talk about the topic, very important topic here called collaborative tools and online learning platform. Now, this concept is very, very important as far as 21st century skill is concerned, and we really wanted to share you some insight about which all tools for students we can use it so that we can enhance more and more on our collaboration skills as well as self-regulation skills, because these two skills are very, very important. The way the world is changing, the way the technology is changing, we all have to be very adaptive. Plus team spirit and team player activities are very, very important. Most of the work in the world which is happening today are happening as a team effort. Okay, the entire win depends on the team individual contribution, which leads to the team growth. That kind of skills are something which is widely required in this entire process. And there are certain tools which is helping the students in order to understand how to be a more collaborative in nature, how it is going to be happening, right? For example, you all must have seen the game of Lego Castle, right? The building the block of the things, right? There is a lot of puzzles and spread out, and you have to individually you have to make the complete castle properly. Now, in this case, what has happened when an individual has to do this task? It is taking a lot of time, and sometimes you stop that work. But imagine your friends are contributing in making this castle properly. In that case, what has happened? You're not getting extra support in your work, but you're also building or reaching out to your milestone very fast, right? So team spirits plays a big role here. And before we talk about the collaborative tools, I wanted to emphasize more on why this collaboration skill is important. So, what is the meaning of collaboration? Collaboration means working together with others to achieve a shared goal, but it's more than just group work. It is not about how one person doing all the work or everyone doing the same thing. It's about doing your part in team, helping other to do theirs, and learning from each other as you go. That's a real collaboration. Today, example, I am working in an organization. I have to every day, without collaboration, we cannot function, right? Every individual, no doubt, a self activities are also plays a big role. But to make an event like this, training like this, it requires a lot of people effort, right? So that is the one thing which is I wanted to share it. An example you can also see in your own school scenario. Whenever, if you remember, if the annual function has to come in your school, or 15th August celebration which is going to happen going forward, what will happen? Maybe the core member of the school will discuss in a meeting. They'll discuss about how this event we have to take place. They will share their responsibility. Okay, one person can take care of the cultural programs which is going to happen. One person will take care of whatever the food items has to be given to the students. Some people will take care of the flag hosting part. Some people will take care of doing some kind of branding activity. Some people will take care of putting your school post on the social media, right? Some people will actively participate in putting on the website. Some people will be involved in bringing up some kind of chief guest. Now, what is happening overall? Everybody is working, and under them, if they are inviting you for participation, whether you are doing the flag march or you are doing any kind of activity, your individual contributions are also there. But overall, when the event gets over, what is the discussion happens in the school? 15th August event went smooth. That's a single line, right? Went smooth. It is better than the last year. We all have enjoyed. Now, in this entire statement, it is the win-win situation for that event. But individual contributions in a collaborative way, when it is happening, then only this there is success. Taste of success will always come into picture, right? Uh, Even if you talk about in IT industry, when we have to uh, develop any kind of software. Example, I'm telling you my personal story. Example, we have to develop any kind of software for our clients. So what is happening? Our business team used to go and meet the client. They go and meet them. They try to discuss what is their requirement. There is a separate team who has got expertise in talking to the clients, has got the expertise in taking the business out of them, and understanding their challenges. They are so technical person, they are able to understand. They are also giving them the solution at the same time, advising them go with like this. Ultimately, this is the requirement thing who is coming and doing it. Then who is the next team? The next team is coming as the coding team, the programming team, who is going to actively do the programming based on the requirement. Then there is some business analyst team who actually interact with the client frequently, and they try to share, okay, this is the development happens, this is the development happened. The managers are working into picture. Then ultimately, when the product has to be deployed, then the technical team will come into picture, who will deploy this project, this software which we have built up for the client. They will deploy it. Deployments, it is made it available for public use or for them to use in the production, the launch of the software, and ultimately there is a maintenance team who can always look into, is there anything going wrong, is there anything going right. Ultimately, these all people together has got their own role, but overall it is about the software development process. Anything for that matter, you talk about in your home also, when you are doing the interior designing, or you are going to any store, you can see people are working together. Okay, so that's the reason this collaboration plays a big role, and which tools can help us, we'll try to understand. Okay, the main thing here is we have to achieve interdependence. That means our skill, we have to improvise well. Today also I was going through one of the blog posts of CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, and when I was hearing his interview, he was talking about the AI, and he was talking about the important skills which can overtake AI in future. Is most important the core skills, 21st century core skills. That's a computational thinking, system design, collaboration skills, and many more. Right? These are the base. The more we solve problem, the more we tackle problem, the more our thinkings are changing. We think better than the AI, and we make the AI to do our work. In that perspective, if we start thinking, uh, there is no fear for anyone. So, and that same thing the Google Mr. Sundar Pichai has also spoken about. So that's the reason these all base skills are very, very important to start practicing right from the school days. And now let me tell you about why this skill uh, is becoming a superpower for you in the future. In the future workplace, whether you are working in a technical field, whether you are working on the medicine field or medical field, education segment, design segment, science segment, or business segment, you won't be working alone, right? Here's what real world job look like. Game designer. If suppose somebody is game designer, they work with someone who writes the game, the writer of the game, right? Maybe something they have taken the reference from the comic book. So writer, some programmers are required, some artists are required who can design the cartoons, and some kind of publics are also required, the parents are required, communities are required, how the impact of the game will be on the people, right? So multiple people works on it. Even when you talk about the very famous mission of Mangalyaan, which is done by the ISRO, there also the scientists, the engineers, the government, there are multiple people working together, and they have done this kind of projects live. Doctor alone cannot work. They require nurse, lab technicians, and everybody, AI tools and all. Entrepreneur, even a entrepreneur, when they build up their own company or own firm, without team, they are nothing. So, a team of creatives, analysts, and marketers are required to promote the business, right? So, this skills is something which is important to do. So, whenever in your school, also, whenever your teachers are giving you some kind of activity which is required to be done in a collaboration manner, where you have to collaborate, do some kind of group project. Don't take it as a fun, right? Invest a proper commitment on such activities, and make sure that you can be a very good team player. You can respect each other's opinion. You should be able to share a very good positive answers to them, and you all should together research on many things. So more you interact with the people, today you are interacting with your friend circles. Tomorrow when you come to the companies, you may not have your the friend circle who's talking the same language, who's talking the same, who's coming from the same place. It will not be the situation in the workplace. Workplace, maybe you are sitting in India, your teammates will be sitting in out of US, maybe somebody sitting out of China, and there is a lot of language barriers are there. I have to conduct the meetings, I have to share the reports, and the team which is there, they all are based out of the country, and on a different time zone, different language barriers, we have to communicate, right? So some tools which is helping us to communicate and leave. For example, I'm just showing you one example to you. If I just enable the subtitle, what is going to happen? It is showing you that on the top, whatever I'm speaking is coming in the text format. Example, the same situation when I'm going to do the talk for different part of the country, and that time I just enable the subtitle of that language, or the real-time translation. I will enable it so that whatever my voice automatically translate into the multiple language. So these are the some kind of very good powerful collaborative tools which is helping me in doing my day-to-day task, right? So now you can understand that why this collaborations plays a big role, right? Now, I'll just show you that alone, there are certain tasks which you should do alone, where the example you have to write about you, your journal. You definitely don't require to have collaboration skills in that. You can do by your own. That's a self-reflection. When you have to practice on some kind of tools, whether you are doing the music class, you have to practice on some musical instrument. That time, yes, for learning, self-learning, it always you can do alone. Solo readings, solo books, you can do alone. But when it comes to a group activities, so any kind of science experiment I can talk about, any data analysis, any project work where you have to volunteer, you have to create a contribution, always share your ideas, take the people's perspective, implement it, take their feedbacks and implement it. When you get some kind of community project, alone you cannot do it. You take and plan the work. You have to plan the work initially. Maybe your teachers, your mentors can map you, but in future nobody will be there to help you out. So you have to be the self planner in terms of like how exactly this can be executed. It could be planned, right? So this is what one thing which I was trying to tell you, that how it is going to work out. And now I will go back to the which all collaboration tools which will be available to you when you're going to start using it. And these tools, trust me, today professionals are using it. Okay, for making their day-to-day transactions, routines, everything. So, for example, in my organizations also, when we have to conduct a everyday meeting, just to check out what my team has got a plan to do today and what help they require from me, or I require some help from them, we regularly connect, right? In every organization, even like when the COVID was there, you must have seen that maybe you are undergoing the classroom teaching and learning process. When teacher comes online, they are teaching you, but behind the scene, they also were collaborating. They are also wanted to connect internally to discuss that one teacher what they are going to teach. They are talking to their coordinators. Okay, this is what we are planning to do it. So for any work, the collaboration when you have to do with the multiple people of different locations, and you require not nowadays people avoid going into the meeting rooms, and they sit on the meeting room for the long hours and discuss. They try to go into the normal meetings like online meetings, because what has happened, the minutes of meetings are getting recorded. It can replay who has spoken what. You can get the summarized picture of the entire meeting. The meeting will be recorded, and in various business scenario, these meetings are helping you in a lot of decision making process. So people don't want, even they are present physically, but still they wanted the meetings to happen online. Collaboration can happen online. Okay, for better productivity. I'm talking about the story of all the IT industry and all the educations also where the head office links to the schools. They always try to conduct this kind of meeting. This practice has growing up. So from the student's perspective, Microsoft Teams plays a big role. When you have this Microsoft Teams application, when you get some kind of project, you will have there is a dedicated peer time where you can discuss with your colleagues on some important real world problem solving skills. For I'm just giving example to you. Example, if a teacher of science is teaching you about water pollution, they could have they could have given you the project tomorrow. When you have got devices, you have got right software, they can give you the project. Go and find out in your locality what is the water pollution level, and just figure it out and come and give the presentation. So example, you wanted to discuss about that with your colleague. Alone you cannot go and research about it, so you have formed a team and you have defined it a responsibility. But only school time will not be good enough for you to discuss about this. Maybe after a school hour you want to discuss with your colleagues. In such cases, these tools are very effective. You cannot hold the mobile phone and you can contact them. You require educational base to contact them. Hence, Microsoft Teams for Education plays a big role where you can have the choice to collaborate with not only about your colleagues but also the teachers, where you require anytime learning process. And whenever there is some kind of programs happens in the schools, like you must have heard about Art Connect programs, where one state gives a presentation or learning of their subject to the other state students. Maybe today about the states, but tomorrow it could be the countries. For that, the entire classroom has to be prepared for such activity, whether it's a virtual field trips. You all have to be together ready for it. So maybe in schools you have got, after one periods the next period starts, different subject starts. So when you get a time to discuss such things, so ideally when you form a group, it supports you. Microsoft Teams for Education supports you. OneNote is an important application. The second application is a OneNote. You can make a note about this application also. This tools helps you out in doing a collaborative way, or the personal journal or personal write-ups. You can do it online. Like you maintain your physical notebook, you must have got in your physical notebook some. If you think, you'll find out, okay, there are some positive part, there are some negative part. Positive part is what? My handwriting skills, my writing skills. I will never get it, like leave that part. I can decorate well. I can be more creative when I think and write. I can be more creative. That all are the advantage of writing on the notebook. But there are disadvantage. If I wanted to include some photos, some videos, some kind of links, I cannot include in my physical notebook. So that situation, I require some kind of digital notebook for me, where I can, for the same notebook, I can upload lot of content, and I can work in a team also. So for that, the OneNote plays a big role. Then Microsoft Whiteboard, Microsoft Loop, SharePoint, Google Workspace, Padlet, productivity tools such as the PowerPoint, Excel, Word, Sway, OneDrive. These all are a very good example of collaborative tool which we always use every day. For just to giving you example, I wanted to share my screen and show you how this collaboration plays a big role and collaboration in action. Let me show you, give you one demo for that. Okay, so just allow me a minute. I'm just sharing my screen. Great. So my screen is visible to all. Now in this screen, I am more interested in going to, yesterday we had a topic of email, right? So we'll start with the same topic of email and we'll try to show you something. So example, if I am going to a portal called office.com, and office.com is the place where we can get all the apps and everything. So example, I'm just going to the features like apps, And maybe I'm interested in creating a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, but I wanted a collaborative presentation. So I have logged in from an account where I have come to the presentation page, and there is a lot of templates are there for presentation creation, right? Amazing designs are there. When you have the tool, you'll enjoy when you're using it. So I am going to create a click on create a blank presentation right now. Let's say due to some reason I wanted to create a blank presentation. Let me sign in once again. I wanted to create a blank presentation. Now today the presentation making is become so easy. Okay, trust me, with the help of AI, today things are just becoming easy and easy. Now, in the presentation, I will rename the presentation file. What is the file name? Let me think about what is the topic I should create a presentation. Maybe the water pollution is the good example, right? So I'll just say water pollution, grade 9. Okay, and maybe science PPT. That's how I rename the file. Now, students, what I'm going to do, see, one way is I can create here, the moment I'm putting here, like example, water pollution and something like presented by Prashant Jha, right? And team. Now, let's say I've got the group of 5 members. I have just written in the presentation. I will go to the design option. There is a design suggestion which will give me based on my keyword. It will give me some kind of suggestion. Maybe I have to refresh the page just to show you. Design. Okay, maybe I'm using the different account, hence it's coming. Maybe this will support as a co-pilot option. Let me just do it. Okay. I am just going to give a prompt here because that feature it will work out in this. Create a presentation on water pollution for grade 8, right? Uh, for my area, let's say I'm in area in Bengaluru, something like this. Okay, I'm just doing the shortcut right now, just to because time is not there, so I'm just doing the shortcut. But concept, I'll tell you what is the concept is. Let me just have one pre-designed presentation for me. It will take some time for me to generate the entire presentation. Yeah, I hope it is ready now. So let's say this is the presentation which I will run for you. Maybe the full screen just to show it is how it is working. Now agenda is showing up. Understanding water pollution. It talks about that source of water pollution, effect on ecosystem. Some images has been there, especially in the Bangalore. It shows up some kind of some case algae are there, Belandur Lake pollution. So something is there, right? Now I am just going to share this presentation. Maybe I have done my part of creating the outline, but I cannot create a lot of things. So I will just share this presentation to my friend who is going to work on this creation forward. So in presentations or in the things, we always have in any of the application of Microsoft, whether you use Word document tomorrow or Excel sheet or PowerPoint or OneDrive or Sway, anything, you will have always a share button. where you will have the option of share with the people. So let me just click on share with the people. Now we can provide the email address to whom I wanted to share with. Example, prashant.cha@t-e-g.co. And I wanted to share this presentation with him and with some message like, Hi Prashant, please add relevant images on this presentation. I have created outlines. Regards, let's say I'm just putting as Manish, right? There's send button. If I click on send, what will happen? I can copy the link also, which I can share to the person, but I can click on send. When I click on send, what will happen? A mail would have gone to the person. Okay, now let me just go to the mail. I am going to the outlook.com. It is asking me to sign in. Now I have enabled the authenticator application just to support it. So let me just show you that how this authenticator apps is going to help me. Okay, I don't have in front of me my application. So instead of that, what I can do is I will go back to my presentation once again. I'll open the presentation and maybe I will share with someone else who is having the logged in account. So example, I'm giving it to trainer@ethl.cc and I click on send. Right? So now after sending it, I can try go back to the Outlook, and this time I don't want to sign in with this account. If I just go back to some other account to use it, allow me a second. Okay, better I will sign in the different mode. Okay, somehow I have enabled authenticator everywhere, but maybe this account I may not have authenticator. Yeah, it is not having authenticator. So now I'll just show you one more way. If I just click on share demo@t-g.net, and this is a separate account, kindly edit, and I send it. Now exactly what will happen if I send it? This is, I have logged in right now with the demo account. I will go back to my application like Outlook where I can receive the mail. Now, I would have sent a mail from the different ID, and I told you it will go to the SMTP server. It will check where it has to reach, resolve by DNS, and it will come back to my mailbox. So if I go back to inbox of my demo account, Somehow I have got some problem with that link. But you can see that this is the previous one, which has come up. Let me just show you. Yeah, this was the previous one which has come up. So how the mail will come, it will come like this. Prashant has invited you to edit a file, and there is some kind of report is there, which I can click on open it. This will ask me to sign in, and it will open the mail for me, where I have also logged in from the different account on the same presentation, where I can go. Imagine this is the presentation which we are creating it last time. I can go and I can also contribute my part on water pollution, and maybe I can insert some pictures from my search on the from my device if I have accumulated from my device from which I have really clicked by myself, or I can search on internet. Let's say water pollution in water pollution. If I search it, you can just click on Creative Commons so that I can get only the licensed image which I can use it. We have inserted some images, and then with the help of design and designer option, I can just choose the design which I wanted to select from, and this is how the design could be there, which I can play it and I can include it. So what will happen, this is how if I contribute to the presentation is just an example. If I contribute like this in the slides, what will happen, it is keep adding on the master presentation which my teammate have created. Example, if five people are working on the same presentation and they all wanted to edit something or work on this, somebody work on the content part of it, somebody work on the photography part of it, somebody could be working on the overall layout point of it, somebody will put the important notes here, what has to be spoken here, example notes. So we can discuss on Belandur Lake issue, right? So some notes could be added, some comments could be added. So there are different people who has, if they all get a responsibility, automatically their final project will be done in very meaningful way where everybody's contribution is shown, right? So that was the example which I really wanted to share with you. And I'll go back again to my screen sharing option. So trust me, like this, there are, when we are going to explore, there are all the tools which I showed you. All these tools are available, whether it's a Microsoft Teams for Education, OneNote, Microsoft Whiteboard, a Microsoft Loop, or any other application. These all tools are available, which is, and more tools are available, which is collaborative in nature. If I'm talking about technology. But before technology, in the physical world, we have to learn the art of collaboration. Whenever any task is given to you, you can work on that. Same way, the self-regulation or the online learning plays a big role here. So when you work in the collaboration, when you are also improvising on your own skills. How can you improvise on your own skills? Maybe you can learn new skills. Example, we have spoken about topic about internet, about the topic of cyber security. We have covered all these. Now, example, in some situation when there is expertise is required on internet connection in the room, and suppose you have gone through what is internet, you wanted to enhance your skills more on internet by doing the certification, by doing the courses. So there is a government of India has got different portals by NCRT, by CBSE. They have created portals like Diksha is an application of learning management platform, where a lot of courses are available based on the career choice which you wanted to interested in. For example, when you come to the Diksha platforms, uh, you can go for the classroom content, and you will find out a lot of the ebooks and contents are available. There are Swayam application. On the Swayam application, still there are people can go and do a lot of courses linked to their in the Swayam portal. They can go and find out what kind of career option they wanted, It's powered by Government of India, and whichever courses you wanted to go for it, you can get a certification as a self-learning process. So what will happen? You are enhancing your skill in one field, whether it's a graphic designing, whether it's a networking, whether it is about regular collaboration, whether you are manufacturing something, right? Whether you are learning the courses on VLSI or designing any kind of semiconductor devices, everything will be, or sensor part, the courses are available. Even on Microsoft Learn is a good learning platform which we will make you introduce, and ultimately you can get a lot of professional certification from Microsoft where you can get all those things. So these all platforms like Diksha, Swam, self-regulation platforms like these things definitely can help the students to develop the self-regulation skills by providing you all a personalized learning path, what you wanted to learn by yourself. School academic knowledge is good enough, but it is not, again, it is not a good enough thing for succeeding in the life. Hence, you require to acquire some more extra skills, which is part of your interest area, where you should do some kind of skilling courses and certifications. So, for that, these all platforms are helping you. They are offering you resources and tools for time management, organizing your day. They encouraging you to do your reflections and many things. It is helping you out, right? So these tools are helping you out, and a student can achieve a remarkable outcomes and develop essential skills for the success in their personal and professional lives both. So today you can think about what is collaboration. You must write on your journal what is collaboration. What are the collaborative tools which you aware about, and what these tools can be helpful for the students like you, right? Or you can also analyze about top five industry which they use without collaboration they cannot work. So example, you can talk to your parents also today, and they can also tell you, they can also share your experience that how in their workplace they collaborate with the different people, they share their work, and ultimately the overall outcome depends on many people internal collaboration. If one people has got a ego issue, they are not uh, accepting what the other people, they are not respecting others, then what will happen in such industries? There is a problem, there is a conflict, and production is going to be a very slow process. So collaboration in tomorrow's field is one thing which your interviewers, everybody is asking, that you should be a good team player, right? And you can talk about, you can also research about the platforms like Diksha, or you can, in your mobile app, and you can search about the platform like Swim. These all applications are there for your own learning and own skill development, right? And slowly we are going to give you one platform which has got everything into one place, right? So that's the platform of Lise, which will be handing over to the school students. Now, why this skills is important? Again and again, I'm telling that 70% of the job which we have has not been invented yet. Hence, this is important. Now, with that, we'll stop today. And our next, like one inspiration to remember, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Okay, it is quoted by Helen Keller. And now, next, our topic will be, we are going to learn about the digital citizenship in our next topic. You can make sure that your notes making process is continued. You are maintaining everyday notes on your book. And let's meet up tomorrow for the digital citizenship chapter. Thank you so much to everyone for joining this session. Thank you.